it's time for Coxcon Crendor!
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning! Broadcasting live! In 4 hour recording studio audience. Recording!
Wake your ass up! It's up next Crendor in the morning!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Coxcon Crendor in the morning.
Hey, it's been 7 years ago, but
Yes.
we went to England.
Your
we're
forefathers,
back.
my forefathers went to England, and now we're back.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun too.
I need
That was
to know,
my first time out of the United States.
which is great. I love that fact. And I got to
Yeah.
experience it. It was wonderful. And you went to an
Yeah.
English-speaking country, which is also very funny.
Yeah,
So you had a perfect time. You had a
I
perfect
did.
time. Tell us about it. I want to know your thoughts. What did you learn about merry old England?
all right. First off, I learned that customs at the airport is either an amazing experience or a terrible experience.
Yes.
It just depends on who you get. There's this one guy. He's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And they were like, "Oh, I don't know." And he's like, "Sounds like terrorists." And then the guy we
don't
got
know that
was
he
just
said
like,
that. I don't know that he said that. Sounds like terrorists.
the guy we got was just like this. He reminded me of like a John Oliver type guy, except like even older. And he was just like, "Oh, hello. What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I make YouTube videos and I'm here for a convention." He's like, "That sounds like a jolly good time." And he's like, "Stamp."
That's
And that was it.
I had that both ways. Going
Yeah.
in and leaving, it was like going in, it was like, "Hello, what are you doing?" And I'm like, I am here for a convention." He's like, "All right, stamp." Coming back in the States, I walk up and the guy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Coming home." And he's like, "All right, cool, stamp." Like there was there was zero conversation.
Yeah, that was kind of like, yeah, even coming back, the one guy was like, "You bring anything with you?" I'm like, he's like, "Anything of value?" I'm like, "A headset." And he's like, "Pfft," and then he just stamped.
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah.
I have never, the only time I ever had any kind of customs problems when I came back from Peru. And I think they thought I was a drug mule. Like, I came back from Peru and they immediately pulled me aside with my bags and everything and like went through every part of the bag. And I was like, "There's nothing in there, guys. It's just clothes." Clothes. And I didn't even have my computer on me. That's when I went with my dad to Machu Picchu. So it was literally just clothes and hiking clothes. So at that point, by the time they were looking through it, it was a bag full of sweaty clothes. And I was literally just like, "Guys, there's nothing in there you want to find." And they were like,
"He's a drug lord."
they're like, "We'll see about that." They had a dog. They had it was me in a room with multiple conveyor belts and scanners, right? It was this huge room. So imagine at one time it was used for scanning multiple people. It was me, 3 guards, a dog, and like all these security cameras focused right on me. It was so creepy and weird, and I was convinced I was going to jail, but I knew I'd done nothing wrong. And so
Yeah.
I think I told you this. One of the guys looked me up, and he's like, "Jesse Cox, huh? You ever been to Seattle?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah." He's like, "Well, it says here you committed a felony in Seattle." I was like, "No, that is definitely not me. I have definitely not done that." He's like, "Really? Have you ever lived there?" I was like, "Nope, I've never lived in Seattle." He's like, "Well, it says here you did." I was like, "I definitely have not." Whatever you're looking at, I definitely have not. He's like, "You don't have any crimes you've been convicted of?" I was like, "Nope." Like, it was weird because I couldn't tell if he was trying to fish for information
Yeah.
or if he was completely wrong. He's like, "Well, we'll see about that." He like got his computer, was typing away, and I was like, "If you want, you can just Google me." I'm pretty sure that's all the answers you'll look for. And he's like, "We'll see." Click, 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 click. 20 minutes later, my dad was waiting outside. They wouldn't let him back in. He got through customs, and he was like, "Where's my son?" They're like, "He'll be along shortly, sir." They could have killed me for all he knew.
Yeah.
I finally came out 20 minutes later. I was like, "Well, that was an experience." It's like, "What'd they do?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what any of that was for."
When did they let you go? Were they just like, "All right, he's good"? It's like after all that.
They all looked at each other and gave like a nod, like, "Yeah, he's cool," and let me go. And I was like, we could have saved each other a lot of time here.
Yeah.
Like, this is a giant waste of all of our time. You pulled 2 guys off the line who were checking people into the country. You could have just saved us all the trouble. I'm sure a few actual drug mules made it through in the time you were back here with me. Whatever.
Yeah, so my customs was fine. That was the first time I ever went through customs, so I was like, oh man, what's this gonna be like? It was okay. And then, so I experienced the Cafe Nerd, or whatever it's called, their coffee.
Cafe Nero?
Yeah, Cafe Nerd.
You were like, Cafe Nerd!
It even looks like a D at the end.
It is definitely an
Cafe
O.
Nerd.
Yeah, and so you had weird coffee. The minute you landed, you had weird coffee.
Yeah, I mean, it tasted like something I'd get at Starbucks.
But it was
but
English.
I mean, I'm a connoisseur of coffee drinks, and it's all right.
Oh, see, here's the problem. You didn't go to, like, there's going to be a bunch of people who's like, oh, that's not the coffee place to go to. There's a bunch of people who said you should have gone to Pret, or I'm trying to think what the other one is with the Star. I don't remember what that one's called. There's a bunch. I don't remember what that is. Maybe that is Pret. It doesn't matter. There's a bunch of different ones, and everyone has their own, like, this is the best, and you're stupid for going to the other ones. It's silly. Thank God for Starbucks
you can only
in America.
Make coffee in so many ways,
right?
It's like I'm not gonna order like triple shot mocha rappa frap dipped in butter or something.
Thank God Starbucks destroyed all the competitive coffee chains because we don't have to compare. It's like, do you like Starbucks? Yes or no. That's it. We don't ask you after that.
Yeah.
And no one's ever like, oh, I don't want any Starbucks. No thanks. If I'm going to Starbucks and I say, can I get you Starbucks? Most people will be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like everybody's either been accustomed to it or they go to like a hipster coffee shop. But that's like very rare.
Yeah, and hipster coffee shops, they pop up and then die instantly.
Yeah.
Because Starbucks.
Yeah, so let's see. That I drove on the wrong side of the road,
which was weird and creepy.
Very weird. Very weird. And let's see, what did we do that day? Oh yeah, that day we just like got to the place. Then the next day we went to London. That was cool.
Yes.
We saw the Dead Kings.
I like how you explained during our panel, you explained to people, yeah, I went and saw the Dead Kings. And everyone was like, what the shit is he talking about?
It is the Dead Kings.
Yes. We went to the Abbey and he saw the Dead Kings.
Yeah, Westminster Abbey. That's the thing.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they got all the Dead Kings. They're just like, this king was a giant. He was 6'1".
Yes, if you have never been there, the tape they give you when you walk around inside and see all the tombs and things is of Scar, Jeremy Irons from Lion King, being like basically guiding you through it. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
He's like, this is the ancestral home of the Crown of Thorns. It's like, what?
The Crown of Thorns.
You know, the Crown of Thorns. I don't know. It's like, this is Lord Montague and Lord Capulet's resting places.
Half of them are just King Henrys.
Yeah, a lot of Henrys. My favorite is this is Longshanks. He was very tall, 6 feet for his time. Like, oh my God, it's great. I love it. I realized I would have been like Little John in ye olden days. I would have been a giant to people.
Yeah.
If I would have hung out with Robin Hood, they would have called me Little John.
Yeah. You would be Little John.
Yeah. Oh, and you'd be Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Crendor Hood and little Jesse run through the forest. It'd be great.
Yep. Although, oh yeah, in that movie, I feel like we'd be more like the Tiger King and the Snake.
The Tiger King. We would.
You'd be the Tiger King, like,
Thank
take me
you
to my palace, and I'd be the Snake. Just
no,
like,
you'd be the sheriff. You'd be the. No, I'd be the sheriff. You'd be the Tiger King. Like, oh, I'm gonna get that Robin, and you'd be like, oh, I'm the king.
Yeah. That's more fitting.
And the audience is the snake. You listening right now, you're the snake. Perfect.
Yeah. So saw the Dead Kings.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and the world's oldest door.
We did see
England's oldest door.
We saw. Wasn't it like the? It might have been the world's oldest. No, it was English.
It was a very old door.
It
was from
Crendor
the year
took
like
a photo
1000.
with it.
Yeah.
It was a door, and Crendor was like, "Oh, photo with the door."
Once this podcast goes up, I'll tweet the picture of me by the door.
It's a pretty great door. It's
a pretty great door.
It is. And then we walked around in the hallways of
like the
what was
courtyard.
basically Game of Thrones hallways.
Yeah.
We found
literally.
Game of Thrones hallways and walked around and talked about how we were going to betray Cersei. And
Yeah, that was a great moment in my life.
as loud as possible. People were just looking at us. It was great.
Yeah, Westminster. That was probably one of my favorite things in London. Maybe saw Big Ben. That was okay. No dead kings in Big Ben.
No dead kings.
I mean, we saw a lot of like groups of foreigner travelers.
Oh my goodness. That's all it is. London
There were, like,
is
just giant packs of like people like from foreign countries just in London. But like, it was never like 2 or 3 of them. It was like 40. Like traveling
a great example is we went to go see, I hate to say this, Sherlock's house, even though Sherlock is not real. We went to Sherlock's house, and the line to get in was maybe 500 little Asian kids.
Yeah.
And we were just like, nope, don't care that much.
No exaggeration either. It was like 500 of them. It's insane.
Yeah, and they were freaking out and taking photos with the guy who was like the security guard.
I know. He's just like, all right. It had been like a field trip or something.
But that's all it is. That's one thing I've learned. You go to England expecting it to be like, oh, right. It's not at all. I guess the rest of the nation is, but if you go to London, that's not the case at all. It's not.
London's more like either touristy or
It's
like
super touristy.
super like fashion people.
Oh, everyone there was dressed like they're better than you.
Even the kids.
Even though,
Kids are dressed like they're better than you too.
enough of that. I'm gonna punch those
Remember
kids
that
in the
little
face.
kid? He had like backwards hat, the Yankees hat,
Yes.
in the train station.
Here's the thing. You can't hate little kids. You can't. Oh my God, that little kid was Best Dreader. His name was Best Dreader. He was dressed better than you or I have ever been in our lives.
That's true.
This kid was basically. He looked like a 2-year-old Kanye West. Like he was just in like $500 outfit. Like, what up, playa? We're like, damn.
And his mom was just like, let's go.
We got stuff to do.
And he's just like, okay. He's like, following along.
The best part about England is the little kids.
Yeah.
Little English kids with their cute little English kid accents are hilarious at
Yeah.
all times. Like, mommy, can we go? I don't remember if you were on the train with me or when it was, but we were going somewhere and this little kid was talking to his mom about going to New York. And he was like, Mommy, I desperately want to go to New York. I was like, he's so cute. And she's like, soon, dear, soon, when you're old enough to fly. And I laughed so hard because if that was an American family, they'd have that kid on the plane like 3 weeks old.
It's like, hey,
Get him on the plane. We got stuff
get
to
him on
do.
there. I ain't waiting around.
I don't care if he cries and pisses everyone else off. I'll fight him.
You don't like my kid? I don't like you. So, yes. And then, oh yeah. Speaking of people on the train, there's that one guy who was like Hugh Grant.
What?
Were you paying attention to that? I think you were sleeping.
No, I was. If it was the train ride, I think it is. I was asleep.
You were asleep. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know if I told you this. There was a guy on the train. It was him and like 3 women. And they were all just.
No, I wasn't asleep. I remember this guy. All right. He did not, just so we're all clear, he did not look like Hugh Grant. That's what I thought Crendor was talking about.
No.
He was a guy that was basically Hugh Grant from every Hugh Grant movie.
Yeah.
So imagine the character Hugh Grant is in every movie. That's who he was. He's like, what did he say? He's like, well, hello there, my pretties.
Yeah, it's just like, hello, darlings. And she's like, oh. And he's like, do you want to sit with your lady friends? And she's like, no, I will sit over here. And he's like, I shall take your place then. And he like sat with them. And there's like 3 of them. And then the other one's sitting like
they're on the
else.
train and he's like, let me bring out the bubbly. And like champagne just appears. And we're like, what is going on?
And it's like, how are your dating lives? And the one's like, not too well. I'm going to be doing yoga class tomorrow. And he's like, yoga? I've just started the yoga. I can join you tomorrow if you'd like before work.
And they sat on this train drinking like sparkling wine and eating little tiny finger foods. And they were just like getting, I don't know where they were going. They were getting wasted. I hoped they were going to
wasted.
Coxcon. Like, I can't wait to see Jessica Cox. Come,
quite swell.
Come, my lovelies.
Enjoyable experience it would be. He asked the one girl, he's like, how's your dating life? And she's like, I went on a date, and there was a bird, and we were in the coffee shop, and we walked out, and the bird shat on us. And I was like, what? And they were like,
It was amazing. That's
They
the
laughed
British
like that the
experience
whole
I
time,
want.
and it kept getting louder and louder. They were like, oh!
That's because they kept getting drunker and drunker. That's the British experience I want, Crendor. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there and see like 500 French tourists crowd into a bus in front of me. What I want is to see the experience of this dude in like the tightest suit imaginable, sitting with 3 very British women, just being like,
Yeah,
and
those were my
drinking
favorite things.
That was great.
And then the other woman, she was like, oh, I hope I get this new job. I'm living with my parents again. And ththey like, oh, they know. And then she's just like, oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying living with your parents, but, you gotta do things. I spend more money than I make. That's what you gonna do.
Here's the sad thing. That sounds exactly like her. What are we gonna do?
It's great experience. Great train experience.
What was your
we don't
favorite?
have that a lot.
Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that train experience.
I mean, I do, because like Chicago has trains, but I never
Then
take
why
them.
didn't
Like,
you
I have
know what a
car.
conductor was called?
The train captain.
The best moment is Crendor literally just goes, train captain? I think you forgot what conductor was.
I did, but train captain sounded
He's like,
cooler.
train captain?
And it sounded right.
So that became
He
a
is the
joke the
captain of the
entire
train.
weekend. Train
He's
captain.
the captain of the train.
Train captain.
Train captain.
What,
yeah, we're
what,
gonna make
what
it
else
into a
did
TV show.
We were. What else? What else did you love about the UK?
Fish and chips.
You
Good
did
shit.
have fish and chips.
Good shit. And then
You never had mushy peas. I'm heartbroken.
yeah, I didn't have any. That sucks.
But you did have an English breakfast.
Yeah, I had the English breakfast. That was good. Beans and toast. That was great.
Basically, what you need to do is come to London for more than like 5 hours.
Yeah.
You need to literally. This was Crendor's experience. Land, go to the convention center, go to bed, wake up, go to London for a day, come back, do the convention, go home immediately.
Which is great.
No, you need to experience. You need to experience the UK.
I feel like I did experience it.
You did not at all. You were in London for maybe 5 hours.
But here's the thing. What else is there to see?
All sorts of crazy shit.
Like what?
Oh my god, they have a museum that's filled with all the old shit they stole from their empire, and it's awesome. There's so much cool stuff in there.
True. I remember you
All the
talking
old
about that.
ancient stuff. They have the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone. They stole it. They're like, it's ours now.
Does
Sorry.
it teach you how to speak different languages?
It did. That's how we learned ancient Egyptian.
Damn.
Damn is right.
Damn.
Knowledge is power. And then apparently the English have all the power, I guess.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. That's the dream.
Yeah.
I had a ton of fun, and I think the convention was really cool, and everyone there had a good time.
Oh yeah, the convention.
Oh yeah, that was the thing that happened.
Yeah. The convention was cool. We had all our panels. We ate Nando's. Nando's
is good. I love Nando's.
Great.
I hate. You know what I've decided? British people who say they don't like Nando's are like Americans who say they don't like Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just assholes.
They're like,
just
I'm
assholes.
too cool for Nando's. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
Nando's is great.
I've had better chicken. No, man, it doesn't matter. It's still good.
Yeah.
It's still good.
It's quick. It's good.
Yeah.
And it's swag.
Yeah, it's super
That's all
swag.
you need. Those three
And
things.
the convention had a lot of like cool stuff. Crendor basically stole the show. If you need to ask anyone, Crendor created a song.
Yeah.
He won in Cards Against Humanity. No, Sam won Cards Against Humanity, right?
Yeah, Sam won Cards Against Humanity. I won the bucket.
Yeah, you won the
Doom
bucket of
bucket or
Doom.
Yeah.
And then we all betrayed you in the end of the last game.
Yeah.
We all betrayed you, because screw you for winning.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm fine with that. I already won. And then I ate Nando's on our panel. It was
Yes.
Sam's first panel, so he was really nervous, but like it wasn't my first panel, so I wasn't nervous at all. And I just ate Nando's on it.
And Sam was
He's like,
freaking out. And he didn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. And I was just like, Nando's. It's great.
It was great. It was wonderful.
That's what
While
I
you were
wanted.
doing that, I was in the lounge area with TB eating Nando's.
Yeah.
Yep, that
They
was
just
my...
went in. They asked me, they're like, do you want to eat Nando's like after your panel? Because it's not going to be ready. And I was like, will it be ready like while we're doing the panel? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, just bring it up.
And
I'll
then
eat it.
I tried to get you to eat the hottest thing I could create, and
Yeah.
it did not affect you.
No. I've
Did
eaten
not
very
even
spicy
affect
and hot
you.
things. And like, yeah, that didn't do anything. It tingled a bit.
It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
I'm
But-
sure they got some like super spicy stuff.
Yeah, we're
that
gonna
we-
next time I'm gonna up it. I'm gonna make a panel called Jesse and Crendor Eat Hot Food, the panel. That's it. That's all it's gonna be. It's me trying to get you to eat something that will make you gag.
Didn't even like harm my stomach at all. The first day I ate the Nando's, but I think it was just from like flying and stuff. I was like, ugh, but then it like my stomach was just like came solidified.
Yep, that's
solidified
how it works.
itself. Yeah, and
I solidified my stomach.
oh yeah, now the planes. I watched so many movies. I watched.
Oh,
American
what'd you watch?
Sniper.
Oh, we can talk about this. Yeah. What'd
Yeah.
you watch?
I watched American Sniper. That was the first one I watched.
It's an okay movie.
It was okay. Ending was meh. Even though it's supposed to be like realistic, I thought it was a meh ending. Then there was Birdman.
I love Birdman. I think that movie's wacky as shit.
I love Birdman too. I thought it was like a great like see it once and experience it, and then like be like, what did I just watch?
Yes. Spoilers really quick. Fast forward exactly 1 minute if you don't want to hear the spoiler. The ending of that movie is fucking bonkers. Like, I don't
is.
know. She just looks out the window and is like, yay, he's flying, maybe. There's only 3 things that could happen in that movie. 1,
Yeah.
he died and all that's in his head. The ending's in his
Yeah.
head. 2, he jumped out the window in the end and killed himself. In fact, and then his daughter's like, awesome, he can fly now. Or 3, he really can fly.
I like to think he can really fly.
Same here. I think that movie, it's like, F it, he can fly.
No one, he can fly.
F it, fucking fly.
There
you go, that's a spoiler. All right.
Birdman. On the way back, I guess there's like an extra hour added on going
Yeah.
back instead of going there.
Because
So
the wind pushes against you, I guess.
stupid wind.
Yeah, stupid wind.
And so I watched The Imitation Game with Benedict Cucumber.
Cumberbatch, yes.
Yeah.
you
That's
like
pretty
that?
good.
I thought
pretty good.
that was good too. I was surprised because they never advertised it. I was surprised about the like homosexual subplot.
Yeah. I
'Cause
didn't realize
didn't-
that either.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I had no clue that was part of the movie. I was like, oh,
Yeah. It was a crazy twist.
yes. I was like, oh, well.
And yeah, and then I watched Paddington Bear.
Of course you did.
Excellent movie.
Nope.
I thoroughly
Nope.
enjoyed Paddington Bear. It
Nope.
had me intrigued the whole movie.
That
Here's
is
the
a
thing.
stupid movie.
Paddington is in the jungle, right?
That is
and
a
his
stupid
uncle
ass movie.
gets killed. His uncle gets killed. And his aunt is like, I gotta get you out of here. Sends him to London.
What?
Yeah. So he goes to the shipyard. He sails in a boat to London.
Of course.
And then he meets this family that wants to take him in, and the like father's like, "Oh, I ain't taking in no bears." He's like TB, but over time, his like heart opens, and he's like, "I like the bear."
It is a horrible
then-
movie.
Paddington just f's up their house, destroys this house, and after a while, this like lady starts trying to hunt him. I think it was what's her name? Kate Kim. Who was the woman with God? What was her name?
What movies has she been in?
She was with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kate Winslet.
Wait, is it Kate Winslet? Paddington Bear.
I can't believe we're giving the most time to this movie.
It was a great movie.
It was
I'm
not a good
telling
movie. It is not a good movie.
Her name was.
That is not her name. Her name was
wait.
Chickapapa.
Chicken pot pie.
Uh-huh.
God, where is Nicole Kidman?
You were way off.
Well, I was
And not
thinking of
Leonardo
Kidman.
DiCaprio at all. At
Nicole
all.
Kidman.
You mean Tom
Or,
Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. That's what I was thinking of.
You are so silly.
And she's
Are you
trying
sure you
to,
even watched this movie?
She's trying to catch Paddington and like taxidermy him, right?
Uh-huh.
But her father was trying to save the bears. So in the end, they get rid of her. The birds kill her, and and they do. The like old Scottish grandmother is amazing. She like outdrinks the security guard. This movie has an old lady and a security guard having a drinking game. And they're like going at it. She's like, let's go again. And then she outdrinks him. And then she throws a thing and the birds attack her and take her off. And then Paddington goes home with the family. Excellent movie. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
So stupid.
No. So watch Paddington.
Do not.
And then I was like, I got like 3.5 hours left. And then I was like, Interstellar. There it is. And I watched Interstellar again. I have, but I wanted to watch it again because it was 3 hours long.
I watched the movie Chappie with Dodger.
Oh, yeah, Chappie. I started watching that, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. And then I did.
I watched Chappie, and we both agreed that we loved the fact that a robot became a South African gangsta. And it was amazing to hear a robot be like doing a swagger walk and shooting a gun sideways. It was pretty great. The ending of that movie is freaking bonkers, but that the first half we were cracking up. We were like, this movie is silly as balls. Then I watched Dodger watch what's that movie with the robot girl?
Robot Girl?
Oh man, what's that called?
Robot Girl.
Yeah, with the robot. And the guy goes to like test and see if she's really sentient.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I saw it when
I literally just typed in Robot Girl.
Robot Girl movie.
Robot Girl movie. There's a lot of robot girls.
Machina?
Yeah.
Ex Machina. Yeah.
So Machina, which is like a pretty trippy movie, except the last 20 minutes are a bunch of naked women robots, and it was really uncomfortable. That's one of the fact that that's on flights. I love watching people watch it because there is in-flight nudity, and the people watching it always give this like look, is anyone watching me? And I'm like, yes, I'm watching you.
I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing, you dirty boy. Yeah. And then what else did I watch? I watched a bunch of movies and I can't remember any of them. I watched Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland was preachy as shit.
Really?
It is basically like, this is the movie about taking care of the planet. And if you don't take care of the planet, Hugh Laurie is going to destroy it. It's like, damn it, Dr. House, why you got to be like this? And the worst part is the main actress, the first 45 minutes of the movie, all she does is scream. What's going on? What's happening? Like the entire time. You're just like, oh, God. Oh, God, I can't handle it. It was a bit much. That's what I watched.
Oh. Well, like...
One thing I watched, but I fell asleep during it, that I wanted to watch the most, was an Indian movie with subtitles about the like Indian Sherlock Holmes, I think.
What?
Yeah, and it was great. It started out great. Like he was just like every other Sherlock. Like he was an asshole, and like this one guy was he's like, help me find my father, and he was like, okay, and he like looked through his luggage and he was like, well, your father loves drugs and whores. He's like, how dare you say that? He's like, well, according to this, he like went through the whole thing. He's like, and you say he makes these coca leaves, and well, all of his leaves are here, so clearly he went out with his whore. It was great. It was great. And then I fell asleep because I started reading subtitles and then just passed out. For some reason, whenever I'm moving and reading, I fall asleep.
Oh.
Like, and it's not like physically moving. I'm talking like if I'm in a car. Well, I guess that is physically moving, but you know what I mean? Like my body. Yeah. If I'm just in something that's moving. You don't have to
control the thing moving.
Yeah. And I start reading, I fall asleep every time.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
It's weird, yes.
We learned something about you today.
I agree.
What I wanted to say with Interstellar is like, before I gave it like a C, but now I'd give it probably like a B-.
Now that you understand, you saw the movie for what it is.
Yeah,
the future,
it's like
man.
I felt more engaged this time. The only things I didn't like were the stupid love speech again. It's like, love is the thing that transcends time, Murph. It's like, all right, I don't know about that one.
I forgot that the entire movie. He's like, come on, Murph.
Murph. My favorite part is still like when they get to the planets and like there's the one where it's like they go to the planet and like 50 years go by or whatever. And he's just like, oh shit.
They don't seem very phased by it. Meanwhile, they get back up to the ship and the guy's like, you motherfuckers.
I lost track of what to do up here.
I put myself in cryo sleep for you.
And then right after that, the Matt Damon scene
Is
where
look,
he's-
I think he steals that movie.
yeah, that was great.
I'm
I love
convinced.
that.
Yeah, I'm convinced he steals that movie. But
So yeah, those two things, I was like, you know what? I like that. So I gave it a B- now.
also, Murph. I want to have a kid just named Murphy, just so I can be like Murph. Murph, I named you after a crazy ass movie. Murph.
Oh yeah, I love how they like make it take place like 100 years. Like I didn't pay a lot of attention to that at this, like when I first watched. Now I watch it, he's like that, like we are considered that old man.
Oh yeah, no, we're
Or
the
John
old man.
Lithgow.
Yeah, we're the
And
old
he's
man
just
in that
like,
movie.
Back in my day, we had video games and food for everybody.
Yes, no, that's what, when I first saw that movie, like that's the first thing I noticed is like, you and I are that old guy,
Yeah.
which
is
is
like,
real.
great. I don't have to put up with all this shit.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
yeah, I'll be dead. Grandkids
I
can
lived a
deal with
good
that
life.
shit. Yeah, I don't care.
I had to go eat McDonald's.
I wonder, because if everything's made of corn in that movie, I
Yeah.
wonder what McDonald's is like.
I know.
Get your corn burger.
Corn burgers.
Corn burger
fries.
on your corn
Oh
bun.
yeah. In England, they call it chicken burgers. That's stupid.
Oh,
It's a chicken
gross.
sandwich.
Chicken sandwich. Agreed.
Chicken sandwich.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's where we're going to leave you. This is our little recap. We're back. We will continue doing these now at a normal pace because we aren't traveling the world. And we
Yeah.
will see you next time for another Cox and Crendor. And as always, I want some hot chocolate.
Yeah.